My client emailed, "Your invoice is a joke. I'm not paying for this." I replied, "As you wish." Then I legally revoked his access to the website and software I built. His entire online business went dark, and his urgent calls went straight to my voicemail. I, 28 male, need to get this off my chest because I'm still processing what just went down last month. I've been freelancing for about 6 years now. Built everything from dating apps to inventory systems. Not to brag, but I'm good at what I do. Good enough that I don't advertise anymore. Clients find me through referrals. Enter Marcus. Marcus reached out in early September through a mutual connection. Said he needed a complete e-commerce platform with custom inventory management, automated dropshipping integration, and a mobile app. Budget, $45,000. Timeline, 10 weeks. Red flag 1, he name-dropped constantly. When I was at dinner with the CEO of major tech company, or my mentor who sold his startup for $50 million told me. Okay, buddy. Red flag 2, during our first video call, he kept his camera off. Said his home office was being renovated. Sure. Red flag 3, he wanted to pay 10% up front instead of my standard 30%. Said cash flow was tight because he was between exits. I almost walked, but the mutual connection vouched for him. Said Marcus was eccentric but paid eventually. Here's where I got smart. Or paranoid. Maybe both. I wrote up our contract with my lawyer. Standard stuff, but with one addition, a remote access clause. Basically, if payment wasn't received within 30 days of final delivery, I retained the right to suspend access to all deliverables until payment was complete. The software would remain on his servers, but would be non-functional. Marcus barely glanced at it, just asked if we could adjust the payment terms to net 60. I said net 30 was already generous. He signed. I built in what we call a kill switch, completely legal under our contract. The app would phone home to my server every 24 hours. If it didn't get the right response, it would lock down. All his data would remain intact and accessible once payment cleared. Think of it like Netflix suspending your account for non-payment. The build went smoothly at first. I sent weekly progress videos. Marcus loved everything. "This is fire. You're a genius. This is going to make us both rich." Then came the scope creep. Week 4, can we add cryptocurrency payments? Week 6, I need real-time analytics dashboards. Week 8, multi-language support is crucial. I forgot to mention that. Each time I sent a change order. Each time he'd say, "Let's just get the MVP done first, we'll circle back." I documented everything. I delivered on time. The platform was clean, fast, and everything he asked for in the original scope. I sent the final invoice, $40,500. He'd paid the $4,500 deposit. His response, "Looks good, just need my team to review. Give us a few days." A week passed. I followed up. "Still reviewing, but Tao, can you add the crypto payments real quick? My investors are asking." I sent another change order, $8,000 for crypto integration. Radio silence, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I sent professional reminders, nothing. Then, exactly 29 days after delivery, I get this email. "Listen, I've been thinking. Your invoice is a joke. $40K for what's basically a Shopify clone? My nephew could have built this for $5K. I'll give you $15 as a final payment, and that's me being generous. Take it or leave it." I stared at my screen for a full minute. Then I forwarded the email to my lawyer with 2 words, "Kill switch." She responded, "As per section 12.3 of your contract, you're clear. Document everything." I replied to Marcus, "As you wish. Please note that per our signed agreement, access to the platform will be suspended at midnight tonight due to non-payment. Your data remains secure and will be fully accessible upon receipt of the outstanding balance." His response came in 37 minutes. "LOL, what? You can't do that. The site is on my servers. Please review section 12.3 of our contract. Have a good evening." At 12:01 a.m., his entire operation went dark. Update 1. The calls started at 12:07 a.m. 17 missed calls by the time I woke up at 7. Texts ranging from, "Hey, small issue with the site," to "Answer your fucking phone." I made coffee and checked my logs. His app had tried to phone home 847 times between midnight and 7 a.m. Each attempt failed, as designed. His voicemails got progressively more unhinged. 1:13 a.m. "Hey buddy, think there's a glitch. Call me back." "This isn't funny. I have orders coming in." "You fucking prick. Turn it back on. I'll sue you for everything you have." Okay, let's talk. Maybe I was hasty about the invoice. I texted him once, happy to discuss payment options during business hours. My rate for emergency consultations is $400 hour, 4-hour minimum. He called 6 more times. At 9 a.m. sharp, I get an email from his lawyer. Really just some template he found online, threatening me with criminal charges for hacking and theft of intellectual property. I forwarded it to my actual lawyer, who was grimly amused and drafted a response citing the specific contract clauses. Then Marcus tried to get clever. Around 2 p.m., I noticed something interesting in my server logs. Someone was trying to reverse engineer the kill switch, running decompilers, checking for hard-coded passwords, attempting SQL injections. Pretty sophisticated stuff. Turns out Marcus had hired some kid on Fiverr to fix the bug. The kid was good, I'll give him that, but I'm better. The kill switch wasn't some amateur hour backdoor, it was woven into the core data encryption and authentication libraries. Any attempt to tamper with the handshake protocol would trigger a corruption flag, rendering the entire database unreadable. Without the daily key for my server, the app was just a beautifully designed brick. That evening, Marcus calls from a different number. I answer. Please, he says, and he actually sounds broken. I have 200 orders backed up. My customers are going nuts. I'll lose everything. Marcus, this is simple. Pay the invoice. The site comes back up within an hour. I don't have $40K liquid right now. You told me your business makes $50K a month. Long pause. That was optimistic projections. How much do you actually have? Another pause. $22K. I'll take $22K now. You'll sign a payment plan for the remaining $18,500. We'll do $3,500 in 1 month, then 5 payments of $3,000. Deal. Yes. Thank you. I'll send the agreement over. Once it's signed and the $22K hits my account, we're back online. He sent the money within an hour. I kept my word. The site was back up by 8 p.m. Before hanging up, I made it clear that the first payment on the new plan had a firm 30-day deadline before the kill switch would re-engage automatically. He had a month to get his house in order. Update 2. Remember those 200 backed up orders? Turns out there were exactly 31. And his $50 monthly revenue? His best month ever was $8. I know this because Marcus's actual business partner reached out to me 2 days later. Is this the developer who built Gearflow? The guy asks when I answer. Who's calling? I'm David Kim. I own 40% of the company Marcus hired you to build for. Well, owned, past tense. Turns out Marcus had been lying to everyone. He told David he was handling the tech side with his own money. Told investors the platform was already built and profitable. Told me David was just a silent partner who didn't understand tech. David found out about the kill switch incident when their shared customers started calling him directly, asking why the site was down. I need to buy him out, David says. But first, I need to understand what we actually have. Can you walk me through the platform? I'll pay your consulting rate. I agreed. During our call, I showed David everything. I screen shared the clean code, the scalable architecture, and the entire email chain of me professionally documenting every scope change Marcus tried to sneak past me. David saw the formal change orders and Marcus's dismissive replies. He could see I had been running a tight ship, even while his partner was trying to sink it. This is actually really good, David says, finally understanding. Why the hell was he trying to lowball you? Great question. Look, I want to make this right. What does Marcus still owe you? $18,500. I'll pay it in full next week if you'll continue maintaining the platform under a new contract, and I want those additional features he turned down. Here's where it gets juicy. David starts digging into the books. Turns out Marcus had been running multiple schemes. He'd taken $100K from investors claiming it was for development costs. Told them he'd hired a team of developers from his previous startup. The $4,500 deposit he paid me came from his girlfriend's credit card. She thought she was investing in their future. But the best part? Marcus had been selling exclusive territories to potential franchisees for $10K each. Told them they'd get their own version of the platform once it hit Phase 2. There was no Phase 2. He'd collected $70 from 7 different people. David called me the next day. I need all the documentation about your contract with Marcus. My lawyer says it proves he was committing wire fraud. I sent everything. Every email, every text, every change order he ignored. Marcus must have got wind of what was happening because he called me from another new number. Bro, what the fuck? Why are you talking to David? He's a client now. He paid your outstanding balance. You can't do that. We have a contract. Had. Past tense. You defaulted, remember? I'll sue you for stealing my business. Marcus, you tried to steal from me. You stole from your investors. You stole from franchisees. You even stole from your girlfriend. Maybe stop talking about lawsuits. He hung up. Update 3. It's been 3 weeks since my last update, and shit got real. First, the good news. David is a dream client. Pays on time, respects scope, actually understands that good work costs money. We've already launched 2 of the features Marcus called unnecessary. They're driving 30% more sales. Now the rest. Marcus's girlfriend reached out to me on LinkedIn. Wanted to know if I'd been paid because she was trying to figure out where their money went. I told her to talk to a lawyer. 3 of the franchisees formed a group and hired a PI. The PI contacted me for a statement. I referred him to my lawyer, who was happy to share the contract details that proved Marcus lied about having a development team. Then last week, I get a call from the FBI, actual, legitimate FBI. Agent Sarah Chen, no relation to Marcus, she assured me. We're investigating Mr. Chen for wire fraud. Your documentation has been very helpful. How helpful? I can't discuss an ongoing investigation, but I will say your contract might be the most ironclad evidence I've seen in a while. Your lawyer did good work. So what happens now? We'll be in touch if we need anything further, but it would be wise to keep all your documentation, especially regarding the access suspension, readily available. David called me yesterday. Marcus had reached out trying to settle everything quietly. Offered to sell his 60% stake for $50. Did you take it? My lawyer countered with $1 in immunity from any civil suits. Bold. He took it. Honestly, part of me feels bad for Marcus. He clearly got in over his head, made one bad decision to cover another, and spiraled. But then I remember him calling my work a Shopify clone and offering me 37% of my rate, and the sympathy evaporates. The franchisees are still pursuing criminal charges. The girlfriend is suing him, the investors are threatening both civil and criminal action. And the FBI agent called again yesterday to clarify some technical details about the kill switch. My lawyer says I'm completely in the clear. Every action I took was explicitly allowed in our contract. The kill switch was documented, disclosed, and legal. Marcus had 30 days to pay and chose not to. You might be the only person in this whole mess who did everything right, she told me. Still doesn't feel great, watching someone's life implode. Even if they brought it on themselves. But you know what does feel great? Getting paid. On time. As agreed. David's already referring me to other clients. My paranoid contract terms are now my selling point. Clients know I protect both of us. The kill switch stays in my contracts, but I've never had to use it again. Turns out when people know it exists, they suddenly find the money to pay their invoices. Marcus's LinkedIn still says he's CEO at Gearflow. The company Instagram hasn't posted in 3 weeks. His Twitter is gone entirely. Last I heard from David, they're rebranding completely. New name, new site, fresh start. He offered me equity to come on as CTO. I turned it down. I like freelancing, I like controlling my own code, and I really, really like getting paid. Funny thing though, remember that mutual connection who referred Marcus? He called to apologize last week. Turns out Marcus owed him money too. Something about a surefire crypto investment. I should have warned you, he said. Actually, you did me a favor. I learned 3 things. Trust your gut about red flags, get everything in writing, and always, always maintain control of your work until the check clears. So we're good? We're good. Just maybe vet your referrals better? He laughed. Already on it. He roped me into that crypto thing after I introduced you to, said he had cash flow from a big project coming in. My new policy is cash up front or no introduction. Smart man. Anyway, that's my story. For any freelancers reading this, get a lawyer, write better contracts, and don't feel bad about protecting yourself. The clients who balk at reasonable terms are the ones you don't want anyway. And Marcus, if you're reading this from whatever WeWork you're hiding in, my invoice wasn't a joke, but your business model sure was. It To everyone asking about the kill switch code, no, I won't share it. Yes, it's legal if done right. Talk to a lawyer, not Reddit. Edit 2. My lawyer made me add this. This story is shared for educational purposes. Always consult with legal counsel before implementing any access control measures in client deliverables.